Alright, today we're going to be learning about the Eastern Red Cedar bow drill kit. It's a really easy build. You can see here a piece of beautiful Eastern Red Cedar with the purplish red heartwood and the white sapwood. This piece was cut about 3 weeks ago and it's been seasoning since. It's perfect for making a bow drill kit that will last you a long time. What I've done here is split it out to show you. I'm going to be using mostly the sapwood. You can see I've separated out the hearth board and the spindle marked with an S. I'm using my Mora knife. It's a very simple, easy knife to use, and I'm splitting this wood down just by batoning it, just with a small stick. It's a really easy wood to work. It's definitely good for everybody from beginner to the most skilled craftsman. You can make beautiful things with this wood. So you can see the wood splits down really easily. I'm separating out my spindle from my hearth board. Now I'm going to be using both of these tools on themselves. It'll be an Eastern Red Cedar spindle on an Eastern Red Cedar hearth board, and it obtains good fire. You can see that I've clearly marked the hearth board, drawn it off, and I'll be splitting away everything outside of those lines that you see. It's really simple to do with a Mora knife. What I recommend when doing this is to keep all of the shavings that you see cut off and just put them into a paper sack or something, maybe even a plastic bag. I recommend a paper sack because there's still going to be some level of moisture inside of the wood, and that's one of the good things about Eastern Red Cedar. Even with a bit of moisture, you're still going to obtain fire really simply. Now what I'm doing here is splitting down my spindle. My spindle was a bit too long. You can see what I like to do is I like my spindle to go from my thumb, tip of my thumb, to my pinky when held in one hand. And I'm just feathering it down and breaking it off. It's just scoring it all around and snapping it off. It's really easy, but this wood will split if you don't score it correctly. You'll end up getting a split down your spindle and you have to start over. So score it good and deep all the way around, and then complete shaving down the spindle to get all of the rest of it off that you're not going to be using. Like I said, you're going to want this spindle to stretch from about your pinky, the tip of your pinky, to your thumb when held in one hand. You can see that it's all shaven down, and there's my length. Okay. And now to complete the hearth board. Now you're going to want a flat surface on the top and the bottom. This aren't as important, but I go ahead and I shave mine all the way down into nice rectangular shapes. So you see here, I'm going to be splitting down this hearthboard to take off that purple heartwood. It's not that you need to necessarily take off the purple heartwood, but I've had a lot more success with just sapwood than I have with the heartwood. The heartwood still is going to contain more moisture, and I just prefer the sapwood. Now, I'm sure there's going to be people that will disagree, but that's my preference. So split off the rest of the remaining wood from that hearthboard, and I think that this hearthboard was a bit thick. It doesn't necessarily need to be that thick, so I went ahead and split this down into 2 remaining pieces, as you can see, and it's done. There's your friction fire kit. Thanks for watching part 1 of this video. If you'd like to see me obtain fire with this kit, you can watch that in part 2. Thank you for remembering wildness. I'll see you in the woods. Bye for now.